Hello students. In our previous lectures on the nervous system, we have covered about the neuron, what is the structure of the neuron, what are the types of the neurons, the sensory neurons, the motor neurons and the relay neurons, as well as we discussed about the human nervous system, particularly the central nervous system, which consists of the brain and the spinal cord, as well as about the peripheral nervous system. Okay. Now, one very important concept is the reflex action. So, all of us know that when we come into contact with, say, certain hot object or something that is a fearful, okay, something that is a dangerous substance, then the body immediately reacts. Okay, so this is what we say is the reflex action. So what is this reflex action? What are the steps of the reflex arc? Okay, that is, how is the signal from the sensory organ carried on by these nerves, how is it processed, and then how does the reflex action take place? So what are the complete steps of that, the steps of the reflex arc? And then we look at the what is the meaning of this conditioned reflexes. Okay, so some of these reflex actions can be conditioned, that is they can be trained. Okay, so we will be looking into all of these. First, what is this reflex action? Okay, reflex action. So in order to understand this concept of reflex action better, we need to understand the four terms. One is the stimulus. Okay, the other is the response. Okay, stimulus means something that is going to stimulate. Okay, any external environmental factor that is going to evoke a specific reaction in the body, okay, is a stimulus. So you know the term stimulate, stimulus. Stimulus means anything that is going to stimulate, okay, a specific reaction from the body is a stimulus. And what is the response? A response is nothing but what is the reaction of the body towards that stimulus is the response. Then we have the receptors, okay, and the effectors. Okay, receptors. So what are receptors? These are a group of cells that are present at the end of these sensory neurons and generate an impulse on reacting a stimulus. Okay, so what is happening in simple terms? Receptors are nothing but there are a group of cells, okay, that are present where at the end of the sensory neurons. So what is the function of the sensory neurons? You know that they are going to perceive, help us to perceive the senses. Okay, what is the, whether it is hot, it is cold, how strong it is, how light it is, different kind of senses that we have. So the sensory neuron is going to be present at the end of these cells, and they will be generating an impulse on reacting with the stimulus. So these are the receptors. So in a way you can visualize in this way that this is a cell, okay, this is a nucleus. So there is going to be some group of cells, okay, one layer of cells, say the skin, okay, skin cell is there. And what is going to happen, that below these cells there will be the nerve endings. Okay, so you know that they are the dendrites. The dendrites will be connected via the axon, where to the cell body. Okay, so suppose this is the neuron. Okay, and the ends of this neuron, okay, they are connected with these cells, and these cells, whatever the say it's very hot. Okay, is very hot, then these sensory neurons can perceive that and send the signal. So these are the receptors. They will receive, receptors will receive that stimulus. What are effectors? They will react on receiving the impulse to produce the response to that stimulus. Okay, so effectors are going to react, whereas receptors are going to what? Receive the signal. Okay, receive the stimulus. Okay, now reflex action is a very quick and involuntary response to a stimulus. The reflex action is sudden and automatic, and it is under the control of the brain or the spinal cord. It is under the control of the spinal cord. Okay, that is important. It is under the control of the spinal cord. So we can say that the reflex action happens very fast as the stimulus travels only till the spinal cord, which is much shorter distance as compared to that of the brain. Okay, so the reflex action requires at least one sensory and one motor neuron. Okay, the sensory neuron, okay, will be connected to with the receptors, and the motor neurons will be connected with the effectors. Okay, the stimulus is detected by the sensory neuron. For example, pain receptors are present on the skin, they send the signal to the spinal cord. The motor neuron will carry the impulse from the spinal cord to the effector organs such as the muscles or gland. Okay, now the pathway of the reflex action which is followed by the nerve impulse is called the reflex arc. So what is reflex arc? Reflex arc is nothing but that is the path, okay, of the reflex action. Okay, how the nerve impulse is going to flow. It constitutes a path to stimulate the received by the receptor organ to the sensory neuron, then through the interneuron, and finally to the effector organ through a motor neuron, causing a reflex muscle movement. So basically what is going to happen, so if there is the hand, okay, so this is just a rough diagram, okay, of the hand, and here from the fingers there are going to be some nerve cells that are going till where? To the spinal cord. Okay, so when we are drawing the spinal cord, the middle gray matter will be present. Okay, the middle gray matter will be present, and it will be connected in this way. So middle is the gray matter. So this is the sensory neuron. Okay, suppose there is a flame, okay, that signal will be sent via the sensory neuron to the spinal cord, but from this spinal cord it will not go up to the brain. What it will do? It will go through the interneuron, okay, interneuron, and then from there it will go into the motor neuron. Okay, so the motor neuron is going to stimulate the muscles. It will stimulate the muscles so that the muscle can move away from the hot object. So what are the steps of the reflex arc? the sensory neuron is going to carry the message from the receptor to the spinal cord. Okay, sensory neuron carries message from receptor to spinal cord. Then what is going to happen? Interneuron is going to carry the message from the sensory to motor neuron. Okay, so this is the incoming signal is from the sensory neuron. The interneuron is going to convert the sensory neuron and the motor neuron. Then finally what is going to happen? The motor neuron is going to carry the message from the central nervous system. This is spinal cord, right? Spinal cord is part of the central nervous system, brain and spinal cord. So the motor neuron will carry the message from the spinal cord or the central nervous system to the effector organ. Effector organ means the one that is going to cause the, is going to perform the effect, the final, what is going to be the response. Okay, so these are the three steps that are involved in the reflex arc. Now one of the scientists, a Russian scientist, a physiologist rather, Ivan Pavlov, he performed a certain experiment with a dog. So what he observed that when the dog is fed with food, then it starts salivating. Okay, then if you ring a bell, it is not going to salivate. But if you train the dog, that is just before giving the food, if you are going to ring a bell, okay, in this way you are going to train the dog for a good amount of time, for a you will be training it continuously. Then what is going to happen? After some time, even though you don't give the food to the dog, you just ring the bell and the dog will salivate. What does it mean? That means the dog has been conditioned, trained, or acquired certain new uh, reflexes. Okay, so what is these reflexes known as? They are known as the conditioned reflexes. Okay, so these conditioned reflexes, they develop during the lifetime of a person due to repeated exposure to the external stimuli. Such reflexes are called conditioned reflexes or acquired, okay, acquired reflexes. Okay, for example, we learn how to tie our shoelaces, we don't forget it. We learn how to swim, drive a cycle or a car and so on, we don't forget that. You know, these are conditioned, these are trained. Okay, this was uh, happens just what we saw, the experiment by the physiologist Ian Pavlov. Okay, so what he showed that the ringing of the bell acquired the capacity to evoke that reflex, okay, of salivating, that is known as the conditioned reflex. Okay, and such reflexes, they are built and stored in the nervous system for life. Okay, so there is no need for the involvement of some kind of conscious thought. Okay, these actions take place automatically. Okay, and therefore they are known as the conditioned reflexes or acquired reflexes. Okay, so with this we cover the chapter on nervous system. Okay, thank you.